Good morning and welcome to my channel, the Fruitcake Astrologer, where I will give you an astrologer's take on current events and people in the news. It is very early on the morning of July 20th, 2026, and Starmer, the Prime Minister of UK, is out, and Burnham has now been sworn in. So I wanted to take a look about what the cosmos has to say about this new UK Prime Minister, keeping in mind this is going to be the 7th UK Prime Minister in a decade. Now, I want to show you guys when Starmer first announced his resignation, this first chart. I did this chart, but 0-1 rises. That in Horary Astrology is it's too early to tell. So I kind of tucked it on my, stack of charts that I have that's, really tall. So then this morning when Starmer was out and Burnham was sworn in, I did a new chart. Now, I'm bringing the 7th to rise. I'm showing you the original chart, but I'm bringing the 7th to rise because I'm asking about somebody else. And again, I am getting an unreadable chart with 2743 rising, which means it's already been decided. So I kind of feel like maybe the cosmos is being a little cagey with me on this question, but I'm going to go ahead and try to read it. And I must say it doesn't look good, guys. I'm sorry to say that. Look at that Cardinal Grand Cross. So to my eyes, guys, he's definitely going to be a controlling, with Scorpio ruling the midheaven. Notice the midheaven's in a finger of God aspect. See here with Mars in the 5th and Saturn in the 3rd. Is it saying he won't have much authority? Or he's going to face tremendous scandals? 3rd house. Of course, quincunxes represent rejection and disconnection. Mars rules the 3rd house and Saturn rules the ascendant. And the ascendant is conjunct Pluto retrograde, like the people just are rebelling against someone so, how shall we call him? Ballbuster, heavy-handed. I don't know how many of you guys know someone who was born with Pluto in the 1st, but you know what I'm talking about. So he's going to be controlling, guys, for sure. And I think he's going to push hard against people who want freedom. Now, probably going to be a control freak, guys, with so much Scorpio and Pluto involved. I fear I'm seeing a warmonger here as well. Now, why would I say that? Because his chart ruler sits in Aries in the 3rd. Literally angry, frustrated thoughts and words, or thoughts of war, hard, restrictive thoughts of war. We had that Grand Cross with the ascendant Pluto, Saturn, Fortuna, Chiron, Jupiter and the Sun in the 7th house, or 7th, of course, being the house of war. And the moon, his secondary significator, the moon in the 9th house in Libra, the sign of war. Okay? The moon's final aspect, which is the answer to my question, what kind of leader is Burnham going to be, is a cardinal square to the sun in the 7th house. Now, see how the moon disposits the sun and rules the 6th house of the military. Okay, we see Mercury retrograde in there, like he's going to call people. See how Mercury's trying that Scorpio midheaven. Come on, everybody, defend your country, join the military. And people are going to be like, I don't think so. Mercury retrograde in the 6th house. Like, people are not going to be happy to enlist, but he's going to try to get them to. Now, Venus rules the 4th house of the homeland, patriots, the countryside. Go down the grid, guys. It's not well expected at all. Squaring that Mars. Now, Venus-Mars aspects are very sexual, so I wonder if it's referring to the 250,000 young women who have been attacked by migrants in the UK. This, to me, could be one of the biggest scandals to ever face the UK. Why would I say that? Because Venus rules the 9th house as well. It sits in Libra, the sign of law, and it doesn't bode well for him dealing with that scandal. Okay, Venus is also quincunx Saturn, which hints he does not trust women. Okay, Venus-Saturn aspects are distrust of women. Now, economically, this speaks of the UK being broke. Now, why do I say that? Because Mercury rules the 8th house. Virgo rules the 8th house, and it's retrograde. Literally, news of reversals. Pisces rules the 2nd house, which, is weakness, lies, illusions, things that can't quite take shape or form. Neptune also sits in the 2nd house, retrograde. See where I'm going with this? It sure looks like this oil and gas problem that's been initiated with this Iran war is going to be part of the problem, economic problems that the UK is going to face. Now, Leo is intercepted. Remember, our moon's final aspect is to that sun, and Leo is intercepted. It's in the sign, that is the sign of royalty, and would appear royalty faces some pretty good problems under his reign. And maybe somehow he's keeping them out of the court system because notice Leo, the sign of royalty, is intercepted in the seventh house. Like getting those royals to court just can't quite happen. Intercepted, cut off, hard to get to kind of thing. And bottom line, guys, I'm not, going into a ton of detail, but the read I'm getting is going to be a very, very overbearing man facing, significant economic crises relating to oil and gas, it would appear. And it may also have to do something with the healthcare system in the UK. Sorry, guys, I don't know anything about the UK except that I think it's supposed to be free. Now, I think he's going to be very authoritarian, overbearing to anyone who defies him. A man who apparently just trusts women and doesn't look like he's going to help the women who've been attacked by the immigrants. Someone who's going to face scandals that frustrate and anger him, and who wants to rebuild the military, the UK military, but nobody wants to enlist, kind of thing. So maybe a forced draft, Scorpio forces things. Someone facing some pretty good legal challenges and scandals. This is, guys, I'm sorry to say, this is an exceptionally tensional chart, and I'm not thinking this guy, I'm sorry to say, is going to be better than Starmer. I'm sorry. So just for confirmation, I wanted to take a look at the Arabic parts, which I have found in my studies to be very important in horary readings. Anyway, look at this. I've never seen them this bad before. The part of fatality, the part of catastrophe, the part of treachery, the part of life, the part of death. I mean, this is like not pretty. And I think this confirms what I'm seeing in this Cardinal Grand Cross in this. I'm sorry to say, guys, all of our prayers, at least in the United States, we are praying for you guys. We know you're facing terrible challenges, and, I wish I could tell you things are better here, but we also have our share of difficult leaders. I just saw Trump booed at the World Cup. It's just, yeah, guys. Anyway, turbulent times we live in. Please be safe. Love you all. Bye.